Oh, the magic of metaphor and story. Last night I was watching a movie called Secretariat. It's the horse movie that was made by Disney. And I don't know if you've ever seen it, but basically it's a story of this horse that is basically like bred from these champion horses, and it comes out and like has this like unstoppable quality to it. And it's a true story. It ends up going to win the Triple Crown, and it's a story about pulling away. It's a story about like really pulling away from the pack and not fitting in, because how much do we use fitting in as a way to limit ourselves? And so it was a phenomenal story, and I've seen it twice, and through the whole movie I'm crying, just sobbing, just and just having these massive breakthroughs because stories are powerful. And you may have heard the story about the little boy who's walking along the beach, right? And there's all these starfish lined up for miles. And, he's sitting there, he grabs a starfish, he picks it up, and he throws it out back into the ocean. And he picks up another one, he throws it back out to the ocean. And eventually there's this old man over here, right? The old man says, "What are you doing, little boy?" It's like, "Do you see all those starfish over there? You know you can't help all of them, right?" And that little boy looks up at the man, looks him up and down, gives him like this mean mug, right? Give him the dirty look right here. And he picks up another starfish, throws it in the ocean, he looks up at the guy. He said it made a difference for that one. Stories have such power to influence on an unconscious level because they're playing with the emotional world. Think about a movie that you've seen recently or maybe in the past that had such an emotional impact on you that it helped change certain things in your life. So with stories and metaphors, you're going to learn how to construct and use metaphors in your change process that helps people create change even if they don't know they're going to create it. It helps them, you'll be able to address certain emotional limitations that live within people using stories and metaphors to help them get past it. And it's so fascinating. This is one of my, if you can't already tell, this is one of my favorite tools when it comes to NLP, because it is a straight shot to the back door of somebody's world and helps them create change behind the scenes and they don't even know it's happening. And so when I shared the story about the starfish, you may have resonated with it because maybe you have this big heart that wants to create massive amounts of change on the planet. And maybe you have a desire to help change the entire world. And maybe you get the naysayers like this old man that comes up into your world and says, "You can't help everybody." And you say, "You know what, screw it. It made a difference for this one." And I'm getting chills talking about this because I feel the same way. And it's like, I know that we can make, as change agents, we can make a massive difference in the world. And at the same time, we can't help everybody, but we can help the people who are in front of us right now. And you'll be able to use the power of stories and metaphors in a way that inspires change with your clients, that takes them through the change process and guides them into the change they're asking for almost effortlessly. And this is one thing that Milton Erickson was brilliant at. He was brilliant at using metaphors and stories to communicate and influence the unconscious mind so that when they left his office, they made the changes naturally. They made the shifts that were required and that they were asking for naturally, because it was the data or the information that the unconscious mind needed in order to fill the blanks in to create the change they were asking for. So that's the power of stories. That's the power of metaphor. And you'll learn how to use them and to construct them in a very precise way that gives people the change that they're asking for at a really super deep level. So, man, I just love stories. Once upon a time, I'll see you on the next video below.